When I say using rational exponents, rewriting this using rational exponents, could we think about this as 16 s to the 12th, t to the 16th to the what power? 1/4. Well said, people. Let's go write that down. And it is. He's like, okay, so isn't 16 to the 1/4? And you could write this next step, or you don't have to. 16 to the 1/4 would just be 2. The 4th root of 16, meaning 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. Then that'd be s to the, 12/4 is just 3. And then t to the, 16/4 is just 4. So if you were to be able to jump from this step to this step, that's great. We just took the 4th root of everything. But this one was convenient because everything could have a 4th root of it. Meaning, could I just say 16 divided by 4? 12 divided by 4. And what's this exponent right now? 1 divided by 4. So that's the 16, that 4th root of 16. Okay, let's try that again. Could I break these apart? What's the cube root of 27? 3. The cube root of x to the 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Y to the first. Z to the 22/3. You can totally leave it like that. Okay? Okay, what if we had to use radicals? So we're kind of going backwards. All of these were under one root. These have exponents that we want to put under a root. Interesting. So, if I wanted to put these all under one root, do you agree this is currently 5 to the first power over first root, third power over fourth root, first power over second root? How can I get them all under one root, do you think? We have to get common denominators to have the same root. It goes power over root. So I got to have the same denominator. Which denominator do you think it'd have to equal? 4. We got to have everything have a denominator of a 4. So I need to have 5 to what fourths would get me 5? 4. Yes, you guys are geniuses. X to the what would have a denominator of 4? Yeah, we don't have to change that one. Y to the what fourth is equal to 1/2? 2/4. They all have the same root now. Do the root, okay? So they all have the 4th root. So how could I rewrite that all under that 4th root?
Root 4, 5 to the 4th, x to the 3rd, y to the 2nd.
Yes, ma'am. Meaning we have 4 power goes power over root, power over root, power over root. 5 to the 4th power, x to the 3rd power, y to the 2nd power, they're all 4th rooted. We got that. We got it. We need the same denoms. What do we want to make 36 become? 10/10? Is that the same as 36? Yes. Yeah. X to the 4/10 is equivalent to 2/5. Y to the 3/10. Yeah, we didn't have to change that one. So what's my root going to be? Power over root? 10th root. Boom. I'd be left with, keep going, P, sorry. 36 to the?
10th.
Y, X to the?
4th.
Y to the?
3rd.
Beautiful. You finished my sentences. This, in my opinion, is a little harder. Now, I didn't tell us what to do. They just want us to simplify. Meaning, I've got a square root here. Square root. I want to take anything out that I can. If I've got 7 R's under here, square root means I need groups of 2. How many groups of 2 would I have of 7? 3. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, right? So I'd have 3 full groups of 2. So you guys, I would technically have an R cubed on the outside. Do you agree that that represents 6 R's, right? The square root of R to the 6th would get me R cubed. What do we do with that other R? He's chilling. He's like, excuse me, I'm still here. He's just hanging at home. What about S?
12.
Yeah, 25 divided by 2 is 12. How many would be left? Yeah, 24 is 1 away from 25. What about poor little t? How many times does 2 go into 3? Once, so I'm going to take a 2 out. 2 is how far away from 3? 1. That's going to be your final answer. That's a little funky. Let me remind us what we did. We really did 7 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. That remainder goes in there. There's 1 left. 25 divided by 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. We're 1 away from 25. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2, and we're 1 away from 3. That's where we got that answer. If I've got a cube root. Okay, so over here, Gabe, I need groups of 3. My 9 over 3, does that one come out nicely? Yeah, that one would be x to the, good. I need 10 over 3. If I've got 10 y's, I need groups of 3. How many of them would I have? 3 groups of 3 and 1 left over. So good, Gabe. How about 5? 1 of them and 2 left over. Oops, I wrote a y. Thanks, guys. And 2 left over. Oops. Don't forget to write that cube down there. I often forget that. When I say cube, I mean cube root. Cube root of r to the 4th. I got 4 r's under here. How many groups of 3? Yes. So I'd have an r on the outside. What about on the inside? I'd still have 1 left over because I circled 3 of them and I'd have 1 left over. 5/3. 1 on the outside. How many left? 2. 24/3. 8 divided by 24 divided by 3 is 8, and I've got nothing left over. I made a little extra over there, but we're done.
You have to put the
Oh my gosh, yes, this is very important, and I keep forgetting it. Thanks, Dee. If I only have one A out there, can I take 4 out? Nope, so that 4th root, that A is just chilling. If I've got 2 B's under there, can I take anything out?
take 1/2 B.
Yeah, it would be B to the half, but yeah, since I can't take out a full thing, yeah, we'll just leave it in. If I've got 7 C's, can I take anything out? 1 of them leaves me with how many? 3 more. 10 D's, I've got groups of 4. I'd get how many groups? 2 groups. How many would be left? 2. Done. Last thing. I want to show us how to do this in 2 steps instead of 4. You guys know how to do this in 4 steps very well, but I want to teach us a cheat sheet. What would you do to get x by itself first? Everyone's got to do what first? Add 6, right? So we got 16 equals x to the 4/5. And you guys agree that's x to the 4th power 5th root. What would you do first to get, start solving for x there?
Take the 5th root.
Power over root. So could we take the 4th root of that? Is that what you just said? Yeah. Don't write this down. He's saying, couldn't we take the 4th root of that? And root would get rid of that power. I agree, buddy. And if I did, what's the 4th root of 16? 2. Don't write this down. And I'd be left with x to the 1/5. Wouldn't I have that x to the 1/5 be left? Okay. Then what would you do to get rid of that?
Put it to the power.
Yeah. To the power of what?
5.
Yeah. If I raise that to the power of 5, 2 to the 5th is 32. What is 1/5 times 5? 1/5 times 5 is 5/5, which is just 1. And didn't I get x by itself then? So we could totally do it this way. That's what you've done in the past. Here's what I would rather you do. In 1 step, I want us to think right here. Boop. Okay. I want to get x by itself in 1 step, meaning what could I raise this to in order to cancel out my exponents? Yes, you guys, isn't multiplying by the reciprocal, wouldn't that get me an x to the 1st? Because when you got a power to a power, they just multiply. So if you just raise this to the 5/4, what you do to one side, you do to the other side. All of a sudden, on the right side, we'd get x to the 20/20ths, which is just x. Then we can think about this right here. Do the root. Do the root first. What is the 4th root of 16? 2 to the 5th power? Done. And we got it in 1 step. So when you got a variable to an exponent that's a fraction, just raise it to the reciprocal and you got it done in 1 step.